Hey guys, what's up? This is Greg of my show, and today my special guest is Jeremy from Five Finger Death Punch. How you doing, man?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. So tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
I grew up in the Midwest. Kind of the Midwest. Indiana is where I grew up. Very similar to the Midwest. Anyway, I moved to California years ago to try to do music like a lot of people do, and took a lot of years until there was a breakthrough with Death Punch. But basically, how Death Punch started was I answered an online ad to musicconnection.com. Zoltan, our guitar player, posted an ad looking for a drummer, and it was me. So we started emailing back and forth, and we got together and started like hashing out ideas, and we started basically tracking the first album before the rest of the band was even put together. So a lot of that first record is he and I, musically.
And what's it feel like to be part of Five Finger Death Punch?
It's awesome, man. I mean, you always hope that when you're younger that you're going to achieve success and live the dream. You don't know exactly what it's going to entail, but this has been everything and more. So many things I didn't expect, and then things that, the cliches that come along with it. I mean, it all exists, but I wouldn't change a second of it. It's been an incredible journey, man.
Right. Well, since you mentioned success, you won the best drummer of the year for, what was it, Revolver's Golden Gods? Am I even saying it?
Revolver Golden God Award.
Right.
Yeah, best drummer. I did. The fact that I was even nominated with those drummers, I mean, those are guys that I really am influenced by and I'm a fan of. So to even be in the category was like, wow, man, and to win, I couldn't believe it, man. It was very humbling, and I'm very grateful for it. And the thing is, we were out on tour when I found out we won, so I couldn't be at the award show. So I made this really stupid acceptance speech video, and I dressed up as these redneck fans that were mocking me giving the acceptance speech. It's kind of out there on YouTube. You can find it, but it turned out pretty good. But I was really, really grateful to win that because, those guys are exceptional drummers, and just to even be in that category, I didn't expect it. And to win, I was just like, wow, man, this is incredible.
So you consider it as a huge success for your career, right?
Anytime you're acknowledged for something that you love to do, that's a bonus, man. So I love it. I'm so grateful. I mean, it's just really, it's a neat thing to get to experience. Because you may never get it again, but I did it, so it's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you define a successful band?
I think that whenever you are honest with yourself and you make music that you believe in, and you execute your vision to a T and never sway from the course, no matter what obstacles are in your way or how people try to mold you, or if the business starts becoming a problem, you just plow through and do it the way that feels right in your heart and your gut. That's success.
How difficult is it to break in today's music industry?
It's real tough because you don't sell enough product to keep your business going, and then to afford to be able to tour properly and to have production. I mean, we got in almost at the tail end when people were still kind of buying records, and developed a fan base during that time. And people have been with us since day one. Even before we had a record deal, people were coming on. We put some songs up on MySpace, and people were coming on board, and they were fans from day one and have been with us ever since, and it just keeps growing and growing. We're very fortunate, and I think a lot to do with it is they connect with our music, our songs. I think Ivan writes lyrics that are very relatable. They're personal experiences that he went through, and a lot of them are relationship based, and people gravitate towards that because it's similar to a situation they've gone through. And we're fortunate to have that connection with our fans, but I think that's a big reason. And radio has helped us for sure. I mean, we've been fortunate enough to have success at radio, and most of our singles have gone like top 10, which is, it's just a real blessing, man.
How difficult is it to stay successful?
Well,
you already achieved that. You are in success. You are a successful band. Like, how difficult was it, and how difficult is it to stay on top?
Well, we're always trying to do things in our business to keep it fresh, keep it exciting, keep us stimulated. But first and foremost, it's songs. Always songs. If you have good songs, there's going to be an audience for it. It's just always how it's worked. Even during the down times of trends, different trends, if you have a good song, there's always an audience for it. That's how some of the bands, like you would say, like bands like were from the hair metal era, survived because they had songs. Bon Jovi still sells out huge arenas today.
What was the sacrifice you had to make during your whole career, and how much more you're willing to sacrifice?
Well, I basically left home right after high school, and I left all my friends and family. I didn't have a job. I had about $150 in my pocket, and I went to the West Coast from a small town in Indiana, just blindly, just because I thought, well, there's music on the West Coast. I'll go there and it'll happen, you know. And I went to a place where really music wasn't happening near San Diego, but I didn't know. But you know, lots of sacrifice, lots of homesick times, being broke, struggling for years, getting in bands that almost got signed, and then right at the end it goes away. You get demo deals, and then you wouldn't get signed. Just heartbreak after heartbreak, and you're like, how much more of this is it gonna take? And then, what do you know? I answer an ad online, and look at where Death Punch is now.
Well, at least it paid off well. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate it.
All right on.